Around the nation, black businesses and non black businesses both for-profit and non-profits have been under attack. And the same is true in Florida. The governor signed a bill on April the 22nd of 2026 that goes into effect on January the 1st of 2027. The bill, the bill we're talking about is Senate Bill 1134. We have to prepare for this new environment to do what we do best, as always. So what does the bill entail? Three categories that we're going to look at. First, it bans DI spending. It prohibits counties and municipalities from using tax funds to support or promote any DEI initiative, offices, or officers. Second, it voids local programs. What does that mean? Well, it notifies existing local ordinance requiring specific minority participation percentages in government contracts or bids. It does away with that. And second, it mandates compliance. Businesses and nonprofits receiving government funds must sign a legally binding certification pledging DEI-free use of funds. So what do we do and how do we position ourselves to continue to get the funding that we so desperately need, but they at the same time meet the requirements of this new environment? So what is the new pathway forward? Well, it's called merit, excellency, and intelligence, MEI. Become familiar with that term because it's being used a lot. And that's how we conform to this new environment and continue to get the dollars our community so desperately need. In the post-DEI policy environment, the rules of engagement has changed, not only in the state of Florida, but throughout the nation, especially from the federal government. The organization, businesses, and individuals who strive will be those who compete on undeniable merit, deliver measurable excellency, excellency, and apply superior intelligence, making the case for their values so clear that no policy can deny them. What is MEI? Well, first, the M, which is merit stands for when contracts through demonstrated track records and measurable outcomes. Build portfolios that speak louder than certification. Compete with SBE programs with superior proposals and pricing, and demonstrate community impact through hard data, not equity language. And then the E for excellency. Deliver results that set the standard and not just needed. Create programs so effective that funders seek you out. Build partnerships with institutions that validate quality and establish a reputation that transcends program eligibility rules. And finally, the I for intelligence. Use AI data, and technology as a competitive equalizer. understand the legal landscape, and operate inside the safe harbors. Pursue federal and private funding pathways that bypass state restriction. And finally, frame every initiative in the language that current policy environment rewards. That means we have to totally change the language that we use and focus on base policies. So, what does that mean, and how do we compete? Well, the Technology Wealth Building and Job Creation Center is an example of a MEI program. It was Technology Wealth Building and Job Creation Center, which is part of the Rome Yard deal. The center is not just a working program, it's a living demonstration of MEI. By combining AI training, digital skills, and economic mobility in a single community anchored facility, it competes on merits where no policy can reach. Let's break it down, starting with the M for merit. Curriculum, build, and industry recognize AI and digital skill certification. Graduates enter the workforce with credentials that stand on their own. No equity framework needed to validate their competency. Then E for excellency, designed for one-of-a-kind hub, not a replication of existing program, but a new first-of-its-kind model combining AI literacy, wealth building, education, and job placement in a single roam yard location. And then finally, intelligent, using AI tools and data-driven curriculums to choose the digital divide in West Tampa, framed around LMI census tract outcomes. Compliance under the Senate Bill 1134 while delivering equity impact through economic language. This is the new world that we live in. And putting on my nonprofit hat for a second, if you are a nonprofit and you are in the state of Florida and you are a black for-profit or black nonprofit, reach out because everything has changed. And in order for you to start going after those dollars, there has to be a totally new format. I hope this has been helpful because things are about to change. On January 1st of 2027, those organizations that was receiving funding in the state of Florida, these laws become the law of the land. That's why it's so important now that you plan the plan ahead and get your program together so that it meets that MEI measurements stick that they're going to use in order to qualify for funding.